Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me on this training topic all about the most important number, or the min, as I like to call it. My mission is to help garage owners become more successful in business. How do I do that? I go live every week, or as often as I can at least, for about 15 minutes on a training topic around one of the 5 pillars of business as I see it. This week we're in the performance sector or pillar, and we're talking about the most important number. And this topic is one that I like. I like the concept of the min, and we'll find out why during this training topic. So without further ado, let's get on with the most important number. So as business owners, we're often inundated with data, sales figures, profit margins, customer acquisition costs, the list goes on and on. But amidst this sea of numbers, how do we determine which of the metrics truly matter? Well, this is where the concept of the most important number comes in. The min is the single metric, operational or financial, that represents a weakness or vulnerability in your business. If left unaddressed, it could negatively impact your overall performance and your long-term security. Simply put, it's the number that keeps you up at night. But here's the kicker. The min also represents winning for your organization. It's the common goal that directs employee focus and demonstrates progress. When you improve this number, you're not just shifting a metric, you're steering your entire business towards success. That's, if you like, that encapsulates what the min is all about. And how I'll explain it is I'd like to tell you a tale of 3 garage owners, Alex, Beth and Charlie, who run their businesses with passion and dedication. Although they all run garages, they each have a different number that drives their decisions and keeps them tossing and turning at night. This vital, critical and essential number is called the min, the most important number. Alex, the owner of Precision Auto, is obsessed with his profit margin. This vital metric is at the core of his business strategy. Every morning he pores over his financial reports, his brow furrowing at the sight of expenses creeping up and margins thinning. Cost control is king, he'd often mutter, his eyes fixed on the bottom line. His min shapes every decision, from the brand of oil filters he stocked to the wattage of the light bulbs illuminating his workspace. Alex knows without a healthy profit margin, Precision Auto would be just another statistic in the scrapyard of failed businesses. Meanwhile, across town, Beth's Rapid Repairs hummed with activity. Her garage was always bustling, but Beth's gaze was forever locked on a different digit, the utilization rate. This essential number represented the percentage of billable hours in mechanics logged. And it was the beat to which Beth marched. Idle hands are for profit's enemy, Beth would say, her keen eyes tracking her team's movements. She orchestrated the garage like a symphony, ensuring no technician stood still for long. Every minute counted. Every second was an opportunity. And Beth's relentless focus on utilization meant that Rapid Repairs squeezed productivity from every nook and cranny of the working day. On the outskirts of the city, Charlie's Classics told a different story. The vintage vehicles in his care gleamed under the fluorescent lights, but it wasn't the shine of the chrome that captivated Charlie. It was his customer satisfaction score. This pivotal number was the beacon guiding his every action. Happy customers are returning customers, Charlie would remind his team daily. He knew that the niche world of classic car maintenance was one where reputation was everything. A single disgruntled client could unravel years of goodwill. So Charlie poured his heart into every interaction, personalizing each service and following up with meticulous care. Over the years, their businesses evolved and shaped by their unwavering focus on their mins, their most important numbers. Alex's Precision Auto weathered the economic storms, its profit margins providing a cushion against the hard times. Beth's Rapid Repairs expanded, its high utilization rate allowing for investment in new bays and talented technicians. Charlie's Classics became a mecca for vintage automobile enthusiasts. Its stellar customer satisfaction scores, drawing clients from across the country. Then one day, the three owners found themselves at a business seminar. As they shared their stories, they realized despite their different approaches, they were united by a common thread: the power of a well-chosen min, most important number. It's like having a North Star, Alex mused, or a compass in a storm, Beth added. I see it as the heartbeat of my business, Charlie chimed in. They nodded in agreement, each understanding that their vital, critical and essential numbers weren't just digits on a spreadsheet. They were the distilled essence of their business philosophies, the singular metrics that, when improved, lifted every other aspect of their operations. As they parted ways, they each knew that in the complex world of business, sometimes the key to success was as simple as choosing the right number to obsess over, a number that encapsulated their weaknesses and their potential victories. And so they returned to their garages, ready to face another day guided by their mins, their most important numbers, all those all-important figures that whispered of challenges and sang of triumphs in the language of metrics. So who was right? Was it Alex? Was it Beth? Or was it Charlie? Or is the min specific to the business, guided by the culture of that business, the personalities within, and maybe even the type of work they specialize in? I think that's true. I think when you look to find out or discover what your most important number is, you can't really copy someone else unless their business is identical to yours. You may look for guidance whenever people talk about their most important number, but you've got to discover it for yourself. And what's most important to you might not be the most important number to someone else. It has to come from within. So that's the first thing to discover about the most important number in your business. It is the most important number for your business, not anybody else's. And the other thing I like about the term min, and when it's other meaning, if you like, which also suggests the minimum, the least you should do, which is why I kind of like it in a way, because it's all too easy to get distracted, to look at all of these other things within your business instead of the one thing that might be the guiding light, the North Star, if you like, of your business. And I liken it, and I've spoke about this before in a previous training topic, whereby Saab engineers provide the function to only illuminate the speedo on the dashboard at night. And this is to reduce distractions. By only having the speedometer limited, it can help reduce distractions for the driver at night by minimizing lights in their peripheral region, allowing them to better focus on the road ahead. So, although that sort of fictitious story is one to get you to think about your most important number, and what the three that they come up with, which was profit, utilization rate, and your reviews or your customer satisfaction score, were probably some of the most important numbers in any business. Your min might not be one of those, and that's the beauty of it. It's all about what you perceive it to be and not what anybody else does. But you've got to make sure it is the one thing that, if you like, is critical to your business, the most important number in your business, because it's not anybody else's. And while, if you look at profit, and basically what we're talking about in profit is profit margin, it's arguably the most crucial metric, because it directly reflects the business ability to generate profit from its operations. But profit margin isn't a metric on its own. It's a metric that's made up of other numbers. And you could argue that knowing the cost of doing business each day, what was your cost of doing business that day, could be the most important number. Because then all profit is the income above that cost of doing business. And if someone's sort of, if you like, driving down their cost of doing business, or at least keeping it under control, you can say they've got a good handle on their business. So you can see that even within profit, the most important number could be a derivative of profit. Because although a healthy profit margin ensures that the business can cover its operating expenses to invest in new equipment and pay its employees, and even whether economic downturns. All of those things are sort of a longer term metric. And so could you have a most important number for the quarter, but a different most important number for the month, and a different most important number for the week, and a different most important number for the day? Now, I know that would dilute the most important number, but it could be that different people within your business and at different levels have a different most important number. But imagine if you employ 10 people and they all had a most important number, that would be 10 different most important numbers being measured. And don't forget, what gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets mastered. And that's the key to this. So, a high revenue is meaningless unless the costs are not controlled. So if someone's most important number is revenue, somebody else's most important number must be the cost of doing business. It sort of flows on from there. And then if there's only one person managing income and costs, then profit is probably the most important number. But profit isn't a metric that sorts itself out. It doesn't, if you like, exist on its own. So utilization rate could be the most important number if you have a garage manager, someone who's managing the workshop and the staff therein, because that would also increase the profit margin. So you can see that how this sort of builds up, and you could argue the same about reviews or NPS scores or CSS's, customer satisfaction scores, because they directly impact on customer loyalty, repeat business and referrals. And that maybe then drives down the cost of winning and attracting new customers. But can you see that on their own, customer satisfaction score, what does it actually mean? Do you link the customer satisfaction score to the number of repeat businesses? And you can possibly measure customer satisfaction on a daily basis by the number of reviews or just by speaking to your customers. But repeat custom has got to take a little bit longer to be measured, because unless that person is booking a car in the very next day, it's very difficult to measure repeat custom on a daily basis. So you can see that the most important number changes depending on the time it's measured over, the number of people who have a most important number, therefore if you like, the number of people managing something in your business, and the size of the business. All of these things change the important number, and that's why I like it. The beauty of the most important number is it's your most important number. So the atomic action for this week, and it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Is to go out and discover your most important number for your business. And if that's one number that covers everything, fantastic. If you have a slightly bigger operation, could you look at the most important number in different sections of your business? Can you discover that you might have a most important number for a daily most important number, weekly, monthly, quarterly, dare I say it, annually, a different most important number? And therefore each dashboard is different depending on the time frame you're looking at it. But the thing you must do with your most important number is, once you discover what that is, you must measure it. You must manage how that number is affected by the operations or the activities within your business, which allows you to master it. And this most important metric of your business allows you, just having one number to look at, although it might be a different number over different periods of time, that one number doing the minimum, if you like, in terms of looking at your business, allows you to focus on the road ahead by focusing on one thing, the most important thing. If I've made you think about the numbers, the metrics, and the various pieces of data that come into your business on a daily basis, then I've done my job. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.